the law ultimately. At the moment, I said we understand it to be a policy. Indeed, it is a policy. Not much sensitization. Don't forget, this is not more than, at most, 3 months or 2 months.
It's not up to that.
Not up to.
People are aware of the incentive.
No, I'm talking about the time this policy came into force. It's not up to 2 months. And so, not much sensitization went into it, and I concede that to Mr. Oscar. However, I did listen and to the Minister of Information speak directly to this need for protecting both the informant and the information. Now, legally speaking, to what extent does that become operationalized in terms of protecting the informant? Or this is the reason why some of us are already pushing that fantastic idea, but to see it through is to insist that there must be a clear legal regime which will indeed complement even existing laws. In this country today, we have the Freedom of Information Act. In this country, we even have the sections of the Constitution that deals with information and dissemination of information. But that the innovations sought to be introduced by this policy should get their own protections and certainty by a clear legal mechanism.
Is that mechanism there now?
I am saying that at the moment it's a policy. In other words, you cannot on the basis...
So both the informant and the information and even the government is not protected
if
legally.
I go, if the government decides to, perhaps out of the very big amount that they discover subsequently, I mention the name of the person.
Have we done so?
If
we have not.
If there is a word.
We are protecting the informant already.
So what will...
We are protecting the informant already.
That should not...
Don't insinuate.
Mr.
Have we told anybody who...
Mr. Osita, that will not even suffice.
Have we?
That will not suffice.
No. What I'm saying,
because
we come to the legal niceties.
We're on the same page.
We are coming there because we don't have any problem.
I'm asking a question and I say...
Okay, so it's a work in progress.
First and foremost, the few we've gotten have been protected, informants. And everybody
that you're missing his point. He said, if peradventure
why do we do a presumption? When I said, because the National Assembly that will make the laws
human life
is in the same page with every Nigerian that have seen the bane of corruption. Everybody sees the harm corruption has done to the country. So let's not work on speculation. The few gathered, have the Nigerian government told anybody this is Mr. Okechukwu that told us this is what happened in Sabotasha? None. Please, so we're going along that line.
Let me land on my point.
I agree on the cynicism.
The last one.
I agree on the cynicism.
There won't be the need to come across very defensive on this matter. I don't think so. I think the idea is to, complement what is already on. That this is fantastic, and those were my primary remarks. That look, if we have gotten this much, the arrests that happened were subsequent, not at the point of those discoveries. And I'm saying, if we could get this much and these recoveries without arrest, without prosecution, when indeed we have already in place an Administration of Criminal Justice Act that recognizes plea bargain, that talks about parole, that talks about community sentencing, and so on and so forth, it is clear that we're moving from the punitive aspects of these legal systems to restitution and recovery. And so we are fantastic idea that the government is coming up with this. But we as critics, we are saying that what must happen to give it the kind of protection that will, meet the test of time is a clear legal regime that defines the limitations and powers and that can give rise to a legal action in defense of abuse.
We have to go.
We have to go. Your last word, yes.
My last word is, what happened to Abdul Mumuni, who blew some whistle in the house? That's my last word.
Mr. Okechukwu.
My last word is that the corruption being waged by President Muhammadu Buhari will even affect us that are appointed today. So no discrimination. Already some APC top officials have been tried already. So there's no question of discrimination. And we'll come to the law
in
of the
secret.
whistleblowers.
They've been tried in secret.
Now, openly. The Senate President is here a member of the PDP?
Okay. Let me read this as you close. Let me just read this. We need to focus more on rebuilding our systems to be fault tolerant in protecting the country against corruption. Our turn towards rewarding whistleblowing is not bad, but shows an admittance that we can't reform our processes. The time to act is now. That's coming from Datong Dominic, and he didn't say where he's writing it from.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so thank you very much, Malaki Madu of the
Committee
for the Protection
of the Defense of Human Rights.
CDHR. Yes. We're protecting human rights. Mr. Odiwe, social communicator, thank you for coming. And Oscar. Mr. Okechukwu, DG of Voice of Nigeria.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thanks a million.
We'll be back shortly. Please don't go away.